Maple syrup. A sweet, delicious breakfast condiment to complement your pancakes, waffles, and whatever else you had in mind. Not this stuff. The cheap stuff like Aunt Jemima, Log Cabin, and Mrs. Buttersworth is actually maple-flavored corn syrup. The real stuff comes from actual maple trees and takes longer to make. Consequently, it costs more. The USDA grades maple syrup by its color and taste. The lightest stuff that you would pair with pancakes is called grade A, while the darker and stronger stuff that you might use as a molasses substitute is called grade A. They're all grade A. Grade A is subdivided into golden, amber, dark, and very dark. Does it matter if it's real or fake? In New England it does. Up here, if you don't use the real stuff, you could actually be hurting the local economy. Every state in New England produces this sugary sweet tree blood. In fact, the grading system I mentioned earlier was put in place by Vermont, which produces more maple syrup than any other state, but is the best this region has to offer. New England is comprised of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. I bought some maple syrup from each state and gathered 3 judges plus myself and did a casual taste test to see who was best. All of the samples but one were the same grade, dark color and robust flavor. This choice of grade and what brands to use were based on availability. The sample from Maine is actually grade A, amber color and rich. That was a mistake and something to consider when I reveal the results. To the surprise of all the judges, Massachusetts was universally rated the worst. It had a smell and taste that was reminiscent of alcohol, and this was likely due to how it was aged. In 5th place came Connecticut. None of us had ever had a maple syrup from Connecticut before and didn't know what to expect. It was pleasantly light, with a hint of vanilla. Rhode Island just beat out Connecticut for the number 4 spot. Rhode Island is why I chose the dark colored grade, since it was the only one that was available to me. We all had pretty low expectations given Rhode Island's reputation.
Anything in your shoes?
Yes, I got crack on my shoes.
Okay.
But it didn't make us wince like the Massachusetts syrup did. It was, however, overpoweringly sweet. Opinion among the judges begins to vary more widely as we go up in rank. 3rd place was a surprise given this state's dominance of the maple syrup industry. Yup, Vermont. It was comparatively muted in flavor, or others would call it refined. That didn't give off a noticeable scent. 2 judges gave it high marks, while 2 others rated it only above Massachusetts. The 2nd place spot is held comfortably by Maine. This is actually the first one we tested, and it was the one we were comparing all others to. This was before we realized that this sample was actually a different grade than the others. Nevertheless, one judge ranked it their personal favorite, while the rest gave it a good to okay ranking. But the undisputed champion of the evening was New Hampshire. Starting with the sweet aroma, this syrup has the smoothness of the Vermont syrup, but has a more noticeable wood flavor. Perfect New England blend. 3 out of 4 judges rated it the best of them all. New Hampshire won.